You want to have your cake and eat it too. You want to be able to eat cupcakes and stay skinny. You want to be able to eat whatever you want and still be skinny. Or you want to eat whatever you want and lose weight. Well, guess what? You can have your cake and eat it too, but you need to learn how to cook it a little bit differently than you've been taught.
Yeah, it's like, do you want the breakdown cake or do you want the breakthrough cake? Because the ingredients are different. And I'm not talking only about the cake that you're baking, because we will teach you in our program all about how awesome cakes can be with different types of flour and sugar and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, like, the breakdown cake is the one you get out of the box.
In this video, you are going to learn exactly how we lost over 260 pounds combined with no loose skin while eating exactly what we want and crave and desire. We noticed that 79.2% of you are not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Come subscribe. We give you 5 days a week of free weight loss advice. And I mean, come on. It's a pretty cool vibe over here. So I'd love it if you'd come join. We really appreciate all of your support. So please don't forget to subscribe. So what do I mean? You can eat whatever you want. Sounds kind of like a scam, right? Maybe like Ozempic. No, it's actually called nature. And what do I mean by that? It means that you can eat whatever you want and have a flat stomach. You just have to eliminate the stuff that your body doesn't actually want, which is sugar, which is flour, which is ultra-processed foods, foods that come in a package that look like food but aren't food.
Well, you might be thinking, hey, Penelope, but my body actually wants that. I sit on the couch at night, I'm just like hypothesizing here, and I want ice cream. My body says, give me ice cream. Give me more pizza.
That's amazing.
Give me a bag of chips, right? So if someone's body is actually demanding them to eat these foods, what are you going to say to them?
I'm going to say, guess what? We have an amazing program with a bunch of recipes for all your favorite chips and ice cream. In fact, today I'm going to be making an ice cream cookbook on how you can have 200-calorie pints of ice cream with no sugar, tons of protein, collagen, and way more for no, like literally next to nothing in calories, and you can eat the whole thing.
Well, that's one thing. Okay, so at least maybe you want to join our program, maybe you don't. Maybe you want to get that cookbook and you're going to hit us up in the comments down below. But the bottom line is that the reason why you're craving those foods is because you've been giving your body those foods. And whatever you're practicing, you're strengthening. Meaning, like, if you're eating a ton of ice cream, your body's going to keep wanting ice cream. So Penelope is saying, hey, I've got a different kind of ice cream that you can feed your body. You'll go through a little bit of transition phase as your body readjusts. Your gut microbiome, your belly readjusts, your brain readjusts, your taste buds get reset. And then all of a sudden, you are renewed. And it's true. You can have your cake and eat it too. In fact, our girls in our group are having their cake and they're eating it too. The conversation was of this morning, in fact. But the thing is, Penelope's right. You have to choose your ingredients and you have to be clear about what you're negotiating on. All of us are negotiating. And there are some non-negotiables that we believe 260 pounds every day. I say, Penelope, are you skinny enough yet? But you probably noticed Penelope's been losing weight. It's pretty exciting. It's very exciting. As a mom, I'm so proud at all of your hard work, Penelope.
Thank you. Number one is you can eat anything you want as long as you eliminate flour, sugar, and anything that's ultra processed. So you can eat as many blueberries as you want, as many zucchinis as you want, as many eggs as you want, as much chicken as you want, but you just have to learn how to flavor it correctly and make it delicious. Like,
Yeah.
I make Chick-fil-A sauce at home so I can have the Chick-fil-A burgers. I make ice cream at home. 200 calories, so much protein. Like, that's what you have to learn to do. So it's not supposed to be miserable, but we weren't taught that in school. We weren't taught that in the world. They want to sell us these packaged foods that look really yummy, but they're not good for our bodies. But they make us crave more, so we give them more money. Do not fall for this trap. Please don't fall for this trap. I beg you, because when I was 320 pounds, I fell for the trap, and I got really sick. I gave myself a lot of issues that I'm still recovering from to this day.
If you don't know how to make food that you absolutely love and you feel like I've got to go to DoorDash or the restaurant down the street in order to get the flavors that you're looking for, you are exactly in the position to learn how to cook. Unless and until you figure out how to get back in your kitchen and use whole food ingredients, you will not be able to get the results with your health unless you're extremely rich and you can hire a private chef who can make you healthy food. I mean, honestly, we couldn't even, there are tons of health food restaurants. We would not even be able to order from those restaurants because, yeah, it doesn't matter how much money you have. So I'm telling you something really true right now. If you don't know how to cook, listen, I'm sorry about that, but you've got to take responsibility today and start learning how to make delicious food that's full of phytonutrients, which are found in fruits and vegetables. It will save your life. I'm just telling you right now.
This, Mom, I thought would be really interesting for you to talk about, which is number 2, the order you eat things in, because part of this title is like to prevent the bloating and inflammation. And there's a science to the order you eat foods in. And so some people who are really dialed into nutrition, they'll eat foods in a certain order so they don't get inflamed. Like they won't have fruit with their meal. They'll have it hours before, or that's the
Yeah.
first thing they eat in a day.
So commonly known as food combining, that was popularized in the 1950s, but this was like for anti-cellulite. It does work for cellulite as well. And there isn't actually a lot of peer-reviewed science on this. But recently, the Glucose Goddess, love the Glucose Goddess, she's definitely putting out very, very helpful information. So check her out if you haven't already. And she is talking about how you coat your carbs and how when you do that, it helps to stabilize your blood glucose levels. When you stabilize your blood glucose levels, then you're also having less spikes in your blood sugar. And so the bloating is another layer to this conversation. And I believe it also helps optimize digestion when you eat fruits alone, for example, and you don't combine carbohydrates and protein. So that hamburger with a bun, leave the bun off, and you're gonna have much easier digestion to just have like a lettuce bun. Or you have the bun, well, I just don't recommend eating buns at all, ever. They just make me fat. I don't know. If you are not getting fat on buns, happy for you.
And if you're like, hey, I want a bun, but I want to learn how to make it healthier, I can think of 75 ways you could make a different kind of bun. There's a new sweet potato bun going on right now, and I think that's way better than your ultra-processed crap made of potato starch flour and some other bleach stuff. Why are we eating bleach today? I really don't know, but we should really stop doing that. You
I
should stop buying
agree.
it because then they're going to stop selling it.
And
All right.
if you think gluten-free buns are better for you, they're not. They actually spike your blood sugar higher than the regular buns. And Ezekiel makes a good one, though.
If you want a video on how gluten-free products are a complete scam, we would love to make one. So comment down below. And if this video gets 500 likes, we will make a video on if gluten-free is a scam or not.
Amazing.
All right. Number 3 is always moving, which is part of what you were just talking about, lowering that glucose. How do people stay thin and not bloated and eat whatever they want? They walk after they eat. They walk before they eat. They're always moving. You may say, well, my friend is skinny and she eats whatever she wants. She might be fat inside, and we have a video all about visceral fat. So if you want to learn about that, click down below. But we have noticed for ourselves that when we walk after and before meals just for 10 minutes,
I don't know if I walk before meals, but I'm definitely busy in the kitchen
but if
making the
you're
meal.
if you're walking around in the kitchen, that counts as a walk. And
Sure.
so my point is, the more you move, the more you lose, the more you use, the more you burn, and it's just a great thing.
It's the winning formula.
I lost 7 pounds in the past 2 months from walking over 10,000 steps every day, and then 12,000, 13, whatever. You can lose the weight if you walk more, and it kind of sounds annoying, but it's actually the hack to like how you stay slim.
If you're not moving, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Bottom line. If you think that that's possible, we have not seen it possible. Maybe you want to prove us wrong. Comment down below if you're proving us wrong. But honestly, we've helped hundreds of women to lose weight, and I've helped thousands of women to regain their health and vitality. And you can't have your cake and eat it too if you're not moving your body. And we're not saying you need a gym membership. You don't need to do extreme, excessive things. And some of you might think 10,000 steps a day is excessive, but it's not. Your body was designed to move. And we need to utilize the calories that we're eating. If we're not using our bodies, if we're not using the excess glucose in our bloodstream, we're storing fat. And you cannot get healthy if you're storing fat. Your body is weighed down, literally. You're inviting heart disease, you're inviting diabetes, you're inviting cancer, you're inviting early death, like my mother. I don't want your life stolen by obesity like ours was. It's not anymore, though. And if you want freedom, get healthy.
Number 4 is hydration, and I need my mom to explain to you why you should be more hydrated than a dolphin. You're giving me dolphin vibes today. So tell them why it's more important to be more hydrated than a dolphin.
Oh my gosh. Your body can't function properly without proper hydration. And come to find out, there is zero science behind 8 glasses a day.
Really?
Yeah, none.
Wait, so the school's been lying to us the whole time.
What do you mean the school?
School would always be like, you're supposed to drink 8 glasses
But
of
they want you to drink water because they don't want you to go to the
I
bathroom.
know. Well, I know. School is just a complete rig system.
How are you even supposed to think straight if you're chronically dehydrated? Did you know that over 78% of Americans are chronically dehydrated? If you are not hydrated, you cannot build muscle, you will get wrinkles, you will crave foods,
get fat.
you'll get fat, you'll get diabetes. I mean,
my gosh.
you get headaches. People are,
You basically die if you don't drink water. So go drink your water now. Pause this video and
there-
drink some water.
There are things, people called breatharians who've proven that status wrong. Breatharians.
Are they dead yet?
No, they just
They
live on.
might be dead. We might not know because they might be dead.
I mean, if they live in a dark room, probably. Because I think breatharians need sunlight. They need the electrons.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So if you're in a dark room, you're living a sedentary life, and you're chronically dehydrated, like most of the people who come to our program, we are shocked to realize that they are struggling to just get enough water in.
And you're a lot less hungry when you drink more water, so just drink more water.
We're not talking about juice. We're not talking about soda. We're not talking about coffee. We're not talking about tea. In the morning, do yourself a favor. Definitely drink a large glass of water, if not 3. In fact, most people, and we need different hydration levels based on our size, our activity level, how much we're sweating, our
apparently
age.
Athletes really need electrolytes, but average humans don't really need that many electrolytes.
You need just shy of a gallon of water a day. I mean, give or take. So that's a lot of water. And so if you're like, whoa, I'm way behind, that's okay. Just start right now.
So pause the video. Let's drink our water.
Wasn't that easy? That was so easy. If you don't like the taste of water, start liking the taste of water.
Sometimes I say, okay, I love myself, so I'm going to drink some water, and I'll just like chug water. I did that the other day. I was like, I haven't drank any water. Okay, back, And sometimes you have to do that.
Oftentimes you're mistaking your thirst for hunger and you're eating when in fact you're thirsty. One of the hacks is that you could just drink next time you feel hungry and see if you're still hungry.
Oh, you used to make me do that. I hated you when you did that. But I love you because you helped me on my journey so much. And if you guys need help on your weight loss journey, then please join our Women's Accountability Group. The link is in the description. We would love to have you, but only if you're ready and only if you're willing to be consistent. Because the girls in our group are killing it because they're consistent, because they're trying, they're making an effort.
Well, and they're being held accountable by each other and us, and they're really clear about what their next steps are. And, we believe small steps make huge strides, and we're seeing that. We're seeing that every day.
So do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we will see you all the time.
Hey, we noticed that 79.2% of you are not subscribed, which means you're watching our videos, you like the content, but you haven't made the commitment. So we would love it if you would subscribe.
And if you want to join our Women's Accountability Group, don't forget to click the link in the description to join. We're only accepting amazing, awesome, and ready women, so please join if you're one of those. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we will see you all the time.